right, we're back.
We're back. Like we never left.
I'm gonna hide my sweat from rushing here in traffic. I'm like, yo, everybody. I was like, dang, everybody always waits the last minute to do Thanksgiving shopping. You feel it, it is like crazy. But I'm one of your hosts, Chelsea Grow. Welcome back to episode 3 of Queens Boulevard. Let's just go around the table. Alice, why don't you hit him with a
hello, welcome, good morning.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bree.
Yo, it's crazy that you said good morning, Alice, because I one of the potentials, one of my little potential guys or whatever, he gonna text me today, talk about some good morning. I looked at my phone, it was 1:45 p.m. I said good afternoon. Talking about some good morning, sir.
Yeah. Was that
you were hella late for that good morning text, okay?
Right.
Like, how your good morning text on CP time? Like, sir, please.
Is that your nocturnal brother, Alice? Maybe.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say he's right though. Yeah. That is very early in the morning for me.
Okay, so we got to get some marbles. Get some marbles for
Bring
these
those
dudes.
marbles back, please.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, quick recap. Alice, how was your week since we last met up?
So the biggest news is of today.
Let's just get to it.
I woke up at 5:48 p.m. and my sister Victoria was calling me on the phone. So I was like, one of my parents is dead for sure.
No.
I answered the phone and she was like, "You're on Sarah Silverman's Instagram." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. The literal opposite of that was that.
Oh, what? Yes.
I mean, I would have been excited either way, but I'll take the Instagram.
Girl.
That is so fucking cool, Alice.
Yeah. She shared
And
one
she
of my
tagged
clips, a joke that and she tagged me. And it's got right now it's got 140,000 views or whatever.
Wait. Okay, so what exactly did she post? Did she post like a clip from your stand? Like, what did she post of yours?
Yeah,
she just posted
she posted a joke of mine, a stand-up from Niall's show from Y'all Had to Be Here.
Oh my
set.
gosh.
I've got the blue velvet dress and the little 2 braids and the afro in the back, and she shared one of my jokes about making fun of male comedians for complaining about the women and children rule when it's like men made that rule. So
Yo, Alice,
some
that's
feminist
amazing.
Bullshit. That's me. Yeah. It's my time to shine.
Yo, that is congratulations, girl. That is huge.
That is so good.
And
girl.
I love that you not only should post a clip of you doing stand up, but also you look unapologetically black in the photo with the I just love it. You know me, I'm fro out. I love it.
Snatched.
Snatch.
You're one of the other girls that we always had the fro out.
Yes, absolutely. We just giving her a little rest right now. Froze need to clock out too. They be like, girl, can this give me 3 weeks off?
Oh, I've been resting my fro for a little while now too. It's at home. It's always wrapped in silk. Okay.
Right, girl, that is so exciting. So she posted it this morning, and now it's already at 140,000.
I mean, let me see. I don't know what her version of morning is.
It's 8 hours ago.
Yeah.
So
yes, 8 hours ago, and I saw it 2 hours ago because I was asleep for the other time.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess you're not gonna top that.
Yeah, I don't.
We peaked early. We're gonna peak.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into how bad my week sucked because I don't want to take away from that. Because I felt like I got to share that kind of news last week. It's very much that for me. But this week is 4,500% less of that. So, so just a bunch of bullshit. And it's nice to have a room like this because I'm like, you know what? It could be worse, and I'm so glad that you get to share that and stuff like that.
I mean,
so.
I got a parking ticket too, so it wasn't all good.
Well, you want to feel better?
Listen, Silverman trumps parking ticket. Okay, honestly, I would just go to court and just show them the video. Really?
Yeah,
it's paid for it. Come
on. Maybe you've seen me before, so
come on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to weasel my way out the ticket though, because It's a ticket for having expired tags, but my tags aren't expired. I paid to renew my tags back in March, but they mailed them to my old address and I just never...
Girl, look, I hate when they do that. Like, it's crazy because like I had the same situation. I had to renew my license this year and they sent it to my old address. But I was like, but I've gotten letters from DMV to my new address.
Yes.
I was like, so what? Y'all don't talk to each other? Like,
yeah,
a mess.
A handful of different, like, every single time that I move, I update my address with the DMV because you can just do it online. And every single time they send some shit back to an old address. So they sent my stickers to the old address. I assumed that the cops would look it up though and they would see that like my shit was up to date. But I guess this one didn't bother looking. He just saw the extremely old tags.
Go figure.
Right.
Another dumb fuck thing that the cops did.
I mean, it's really one of those things. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like y'all follow me. Like, you know, I have an iPhone, so you already know where I'm at. Like, just be like, just update it. You know, like, how you gonna say, I had to go.
Why doesn't the DMV have like a functioning app? Like a Chase app, like a bank app. It should really, I should be able to take pictures of my shit in my living room while I'm smoking weed and send that shit to you directly. But the fucking cop got me while I was parked because my car I wasn't even driving. He just drove past,
bored.
saw some really old tags.
What part of town was it in?
West Hollywood.
Yeah, that nigga's bored.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then I just walk up to my car and see there's a ticket, and I was like, I know I parked on the right side for street cleaning because every single year in order to get my tags renewed, I've had to pay $1,200 to like $2,000 in parking tickets and shit because I just really my shit racks up so quick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, girl, it is crazy in my neighborhood with the street cleaning. I be having to get it is like fighting. And right now, like I parked so far from my house today. I was like, yo, can somebody give me a ride to my house? Like, because it's Thanksgiving week, so it's like they're street cleaning, and then a lot of people got people in town. I'm like, how many family members do y'all have? Like,
how many parking spaces do they need? Get all the cousins in one car.
Yo, I'm like, somebody carpool, please.
That's the benefit though of being nocturnal is like at 4 a.m. when some people have left for work, that's when I sneak out, get a better spot.
Girl, I love when I get back at like 4 a.m. Okay, it is spot galore, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm really excited for you. That's huge.
Yes, I didn't mean to Bree didn't really get to share her week because I am high and I started talking about my parking ticket.
I'm high too. We must have smoked some weed together.
Something like that.
Is it foggy again?
Yeah. What's all this mist? I basically I'm having car trouble again with my Jeep, and I love so much, and I just got it fixed, and the same thing is wrong with it, so I took it back. So I'm using my roommate's car, and on my way to my friend Robbie's house, using my roommate's car, a car that I don't own, the entire tire exploded on the freeway.
No.
So sorry, Lex, and it's
is this the announcement?
Well, it's her birthday. It happened on her birthday, so it was kind of like a, hey girl, where's your spare tire? No reason. No reason. I just want to make sure you got one because I care about you.
First of all, like, I'm glad you're okay. Tire was on the freeway.
It was really terrifying. It could have been really bad.
Happy birthday to your friend. Also, sorry, but I'm so happy you're good.
Well, that's her birthday present. She needed a few of them, so I got 2. This is what I could afford with the addition of my car. So I did get her present, so that's nice. So I got, I didn't know what to get. Now I do. So you got a new tire, bitch. Happy birthday. That's it.
What I don't know what the theme is, but it's like we all must be having car stuff because a couple days ago my check tire pressure thing came on, right?
Yeah.
And then I went yesterday, and the guy, he filled it up, and my tire was like 5 notches under where it needed to be. I don't know what that means. Like, I like literally, this is the thing. I know a little bit about cars, but the tire pressure thing, I was like, what is happening? And like, my thing is like, it don't have all the words. It just says check TIR PRE, and I was like, hold on, fam. Like, what is
you can't
this
just abbreviate
mean?
stuff about my car that you haven't told me what the abbreviation is.
I said, Nissan, y'all got all this space on the dash. Like, write a full sentence. How you gonna just put check? What?
I mean, I've been ignoring my check engine light for a couple months, so You know, it's time somebody has like one of us needs to win the lottery just real quick.
Girl.
On behalf of all of us.
Yes.
Please.
Like literally.
It's new car time for like everyone I know.
It's really crazy because I filled my tire up. And then today, as I'm driving here, I go over one speed bump, one of the many that are on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and all of a sudden the light come back on. I said, dang, LA. And you know, also I got a dent in my car for a couple days ago because I was driving past an accident. And then all of a sudden, some debris from the accident just
no,
just gonna hit my car. And it's like, who paid for that? Like, like it's a mess. So
I'm at the point where like I don't give a fuck about scrapes and scratches anymore. You know? Like,
yeah.
I like someone like clipped my shit when I was on the side of the road, and I was like, I don't care. You know,
we all made it, and I'm just glad that I'm not on the bus anymore. So fine. I was like, I'll get a new tire.
It's still a win.
Alice, did you want to talk about any news today?
Big news story is Colorado Springs.
Got you, of course.
And there's a comedian named Heather Maruli, and she's from Colorado Springs. I was thinking of reading what she wrote, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, no, I think that's appropriate, and definitely rest in peace to everybody who was lost, the lives that were lost in Colorado Springs. Definitely, yeah, please.
Yeah. So Heather Maruli says, I grew up in Colorado Springs, and I used to go to a nightclub on the same block as Club Q. The sad thing about the Springs is the persistent tension between the high population of evangelicals and conservatives and those who want better for the city and its people. The city is also home to 3 military bases, which exacerbates the ideological clashes between transplants and native Coloradans who tend to skew liberal on the west side of the city, and Colorado in open carry is legal. Every time I visit there, there's reminders that it's not a safe place for many people. In the form of slurs or intentional ignorance. I hope that the victims of this tragedy did not die in vain and that the city will move forward in a more peaceful state. Also, she calls out the congressman. He said shamelessly rules over El Paso County in the 5th district, which I think is the county. And he needs to be voted out of office. He's been in office since 2007. He actively opposes same-sex marriage in 2022, a slap in the face after Colorado elected an openly gay governor.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's calling out but I figured someone who's from there would have
like the best. Yeah, I mean, well, it's hard because it's like on the one hand I can't believe this stuff is still happening, but it's like I also can believe this stuff is still happening, you know, because people are so jacked up in their heads. Like I just never understood like what makes you go, oh, you're having sex with people that I don't think you should be having sex with, so I'm gonna shoot. Like what mindset is that, you know?
I mean, I was raised evangelical, and like white evangelical Christianity is a conspiracy theory club. It's all about how eventually the governments of the world will turn on Christians, and you have to get the mark of the beast or else you can't buy food, or they're taking your Bibles away and Christians are being thrown in jail, and it's like a persecution fetish that they're obsessed with. And they believe that like liberals in Congress and liberal voters are either unwittingly or intentionally trying to bring about the reign of the Antichrist. And like this shit sounds nuts because it's nuts, but that's how they look at this. They're like, we are at war. This is a literal war. We're at war with evil spirits and demons, and those are what turn people gay. So this guy just, you know, these gun nuts, he got it in his head that he was at war when it's just motherfucking gay people dancing and having a nice night.
Right. And there are evil spirits, and you're one of them, sir. Like you're one of them, and you're leading the charge.
Anyone's demon possessed, it's the motherfucker running in with a gun to a fucking party.
Right.
To a party. I mean, like, Bree, you know, you're a member of the LGBTQ community. How do you feel about this? You know, I mean, please, you know, share your thoughts. I know it's crazy.
Well, I think that was brilliant that you shared that, because it's like, how, you know, everyone wants to try to find the right thing to say, or wants to, you know, kind of figure it out, or who has the voice of reason in this, and like, you know, I'm in the letters, but it's like who has to say in this shit anymore, you know? And, I have been, this is maybe my fourth mass shooting that I remember that's geared towards the LGBT community. And the first time I heard it was with Pulse, which was 40 people had died in Pulse. And it was during Pride. And I remember it being one of like the most happiest, most like lit, most beautiful days of my life. And then the next morning we all woke up to like that news, and a bunch of people I had shared numbers with and all these things, and gay boys and girls and stuff. And we all kind of like were sharing the news, and we're going to get to the Pride way earlier than expected,
Yeah.
And so I think I want to say if you're gonna kill anyone gay, okay, you've already made your mind up. There's nothing I could probably say to stop you. But I would like to think that these people that died that night were at the happiest, most extreme point of their life, being their gay selves in a place that they felt comfortable being. So if you're gonna kill anybody that's gay, you did it in a place, a very happy moment in their life, where I'm hoping my mindset has made it be like, when you're having one of those moments, you're like, I could die right now. I'm in this place. Obviously I don't want to, but I could die right now, and I like to think of that as for Pulse, for Colorado, for anyone that's ever, for any of this. And even in June, there was a bunch of people that they caught on their way to do this, and no one's talking about that. They caught about 40 men. Have you seen this? Mm-hmm. They were all wearing the exact same thing, mm-hmm. the exact same khaki pants and the collar or whatever.
And they were on their way to a Pride event.
And they were on their way to Pride, and they got pulled over in a U-Haul truck, and they were all in the back of a U-Haul truck with with a bunch of AK-47s and stuff. And no one's talking about that either. And I'm very thankful that they did get caught. But
also khakis, like, I'm sorry,
they looked really stupid. Their clothes were dumb.
Could you pull it up, Chelsea?
Yeah,
I do remember laughing at how stupid they looked.
It was so ridiculous, with like a white scarf over their head and like really like those dyke ass glasses and shit. Boots, they all look the same, exact same, like red pale skin.
Mm-hmm. Conservatives that are obsessed with the government leaving them alone, it's like, now why are you going to get this far into somebody else's business? Like,
I'm saying.
Yeah. And also,
what is the issue?
It's really, and I'm just, because we talked about that last time, Alice, when you were talking about how, like, like these people, they write, and then you're wearing khakis and a candle. You're talking, and a tiki torch.
Yes.
And you think you're like, yeah, it's
looking
crazy.
Terrible. No drip whatsoever.
Terrible. Looking terrible.
Okay. Let me, I'm going to pull this up and show this clip real quick. All right, let me see.
My mom didn't want.
Hey, honey.
Your mom's arrived. You need to grab a pumpkin pie. Who does a holiday with?
Going to go to that shocking arrest.
Wow.
And so that's like conservatives want gay people, they want them marginalized and hidden so that their kids don't have to know that that's an option. Yeah. Someone on Twitter said that conservative Christians think that gay people are grooming kids to be gay the same way that they are grooming kids to be straight.
Right. To be anti-gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before, just real quick though, I do have to say before we show this clip, what I don't understand is how people will say stuff like that, like, oh, they're around this community, they're gonna get influenced. I'm sorry, my sister is a lesbian. My sister knew that she was a lesbian when she was a young kid. She just didn't know how to what the words were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, people are sexually attracted to who they're sexually attracted to. Okay. I knew the first time I saw Shamar Moore naked, I was straight. It's just no one.
That's what took me so long to come out. I was like, I love this nigga.
Right. He is fine. Especially
as fuck.
Oh, listen, okay? And that's what I don't understand is, I knew, I didn't even know, I just knew it got moist down there. Yeah, I was getting a little wet down there. What's going on? But I just knew I was 9 and Shamar Moore was naked, and I was like, oh, I guess that's what I like, But it's just, and I think that when I talk to people in the community that I've known over the years and stuff, they say the same thing. They were like, I don't know, just Tina Fey did it for me.
Those glasses. Yeah, Bob.
Yo. Oh gosh. Okay, so let me show this clip. Okay, I think it's ready. All right. Here we go.
Going to go to that shocking arrest. 31 members of an alleged white supremacist group taken into custody after being found packed inside a U-Haul with riot gear, not far from an Idaho Pride event.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to know what you think about it too, Chelsea. And I know you spoke about your sister, whatever. I have a question for everybody too about stuff, but I want to know what you think.
Yeah, well, for me, I think that it's really just seeing that and seeing that they got caught with all that weaponry, and that nothing, that they're basically, we're just gonna like let him go on bail. Like you've held black men for having a nug of weed, like no bail, remanded, right? Yeah. Like I'm talking like the way Sam Waterston used to go off on Law & Order, like we request remand, but these guys had literal like weapons that only military people are supposed to have, and then they were gonna go to a pride event. It's just, I don't know, I'm disgusted by it. I also can't believe that they even flew. Like, first of all, I'm sorry, but flights are not cheap, okay? Like, how you out here just buying flights to just go on a rampage? But I guess, that's the thing, some people really are just like evil, and this is it's messed up. I mean, I will say though, on another note though, on the same note with this, I want to shout out the Army veteran, Richard M. Fierro. Okay, so shout out to him because he was actually at the club with his family, and he's the one who disarmed the gunman in Colorado Springs. He's a 15-year military veteran, and he said he saw him, and he said he just went into, witnesses said he went into full-on combat mode and just disarmed the guy with some, with the tactics. And I was like, you know what? Shout out to you,
yes.
Mr. Fierro. Thank you.
Yeah. Training kicked in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let's make sure this man never has to like struggle in his life.
Yeah.
For whatever, I don't know the term, but make sure, that our veterans are getting fucking paid.
Right. I'm glad that, that he stepped in like that's a real superhero. Like, because I've seen the military combat moves, and it's like Jet Li mixed with some, Blade. It's like when you really know what you're doing in combat. Mm-hmm. So I just hope he made him hurt. Okay. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
A lot of people on Twitter were, comparing him unarmed to, all the cops in Uvalde that didn't do anything, just stood outside the school and were too scared to go in. Yeah. And they're like, but this gay guy just came running in and like saved a bunch of people, saved a bunch of lives. Meanwhile, these cops are out there just like twiddling their thumbs.
Right.
And the cops, they get so mad when people don't respect them. When anyone insults them, they get their feelings so hurt.
It's like a longer training process to be a bartender, or shorter. It's a longer training process to be a bartender than it is to be a cop. So basically, I'm saying is like I've become a bartender in the time it's been trained to be a cop. It's like months. The word months is on the amount of training that they have. Yeah. So these motherfuckers are scared. They don't know how to fight, and they're out of shape.
Girl, listen, don't get me started, okay?
What? So why do you look like that? You're a cop.
Like, I'm sorry, but it's like I watch too much Law & Order. I'm like, y'all need to get into Elliot Stabler shape, okay? Elliot be jumping, is like in his 50s, jumping off buildings and like doing high kicks. I need y'all to, I don't know.
Can be done.
No, my nephew's dad actually, like he went to like the police training. I think it was like the Portland Police Academy, so that he could be a police officer in Washington State. And it was like 6 weeks or 8 weeks was they're like, oh, we're gonna be in Portland for like a few weeks.
6 weeks.
Yo.
Yeah, it was not a long time at all. And then he goes up to Spokane, Washington, and he's a cop, and like these cops are so like old school. He was the youngest one by like 20 years, and they had like a rule, like you can't come to any like barbecues or any of our parties or anything for a year because we don't know if you're gonna like stay or not. And so he was trying to do all the new training that he learned, and they were trying to keep with the old stuff. And he wound up getting fired by this police department because there was this old black man, homeless man, alcoholic. He was drunk, and they would just pick him up all the time, sober him up, and send him on his way. Just they all knew him. And so this guy, my brother-in-law, former brother-in-law, he was they picked up the drunk guy. He starts freaking out in the drunk tank and kind of like going at some other people. So that he's like, all right, let me just put him in a room by himself. So he comes around and he's got him like handcuffed and he's trying to walk him, and the old man just starts freaking out and like flailing everywhere. And the other cops are like, just hit his head against the wall and he'll stop. And my brother-in-law's like, no, he's an old man.
Yeah.
And he's in handcuffs.
Yeah. Why don't you use a tactic?
He's like, because my brother-in-law's just like slowly walking him to the other like cell so he can be by himself. And they're like, the other cops are getting mad at him because it's taking him so long to get this guy. And the thing, he's like, I'm just moving him slowly because he's an old man. And they're like, hit his head against the wall and he'll stop doing that.
That's so crazy.
And then the other cops came up, grabbed the old man, hit his head against the wall, and then threw him in a cell. And his hands are handcuffed behind his back, so his head just hits the ground.
Yeah.
And then they lock him. And then my brother-in-law got fired. They were like, if that's how you're going to treat this guy, like, you can't protect us out in the streets of Spokane, Washington.
Right. What's popping off in Spokane? Like, no shame.
Bears.
I'm sure it's...
But, like, it's literally, there's no good apples. They fire the good cops.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't a cop. He started working as a security guard at a college in Portland after that because, like, that's what happens if you try to be a decent cop.
And it's just, it's really, because it's like, I don't know. It's just sad because it's like, what a way to like make sure your police department never evolves or whatever. Like, what a way to make you stay in the dark ages. Also, I would want, if I was an overweight cop, I want a young buck to come in here to help me, help me get in shape. You know what I'm saying? Because but I guess they're not jumping over too many buildings in Spokane. They're just
no. And also, I think my sister had just had a baby. She had just had my first nephew, and I think they knew that he was like a family man. And
wow.
So it's like there's no good cops. The good ones get fired. You got to go along with this shit.
Jeff Ross, he had a show, like it was like a one-off, a few episodes a few years ago where he went to different like police department. He went to the Boston Police Department, and
Jeff Ross roasts the cops. I watched that one.
Yeah, right. But he like basically he was there, and one of the things he asked one of the Boston cops, he was like, how do you think corruption in police departments? And the cop said it, and I think this is the fairest way to say it, but the officer was like, at the end of the day, I think that every police department is on like an arc. He was like, I think about 5% of the cops in police departments are like really good cops that like they stay that way the whole time. They always have this, I fight for justice. They're fair. He said, I think 5% are like literal sociopathic, like GTA, like I'll shoot 'em up style, like that kind of mindset. And he said 90% of cops just look at it as a job. Same way if you worked at Walmart or if you just look at it as a job. You're just like, you go, you do what you got to do to keep your job, bare minimum. And I was like, I think that's the truest statement like I've ever heard somebody describe police departments. But it's also like, dang, like this ain't just a job, fam. Like you got weaponry.
A firefighter isn't thinking like, oh, this is just a job. It's like, no, nigga, I'm a hero.
Hey, yes. Hey, and hang on a second. You're like, yeah, so 5% murderous sociopaths. That's a lot. There's a lot of cops. Isn't there like millions of cops or like hundreds of thousands of cops? And he's like, yeah, 5% of them just serial killers on the loose.
It's just like nervous laughter. Like,
but that's the problem is like, this guy's not a good cop. And those guys that treat it like a job are not good cops if they're letting this 5% do whatever the fuck they want.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
He's like, yes, I'm aware of the problem. It just exists. Whatever, man. Like,
yeah.
Well, also,
not good enough.
It's also like, I don't understand.
Also, Jeff Ross fucked a 15-year-old when he was 33. Continue.
Right.
Gotta throw it in. Gotta let him know.
Right. I purely brought that up for that quote.
For sure.
We know some people have youthful illegal taste. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like, how can you sit there? Like, I've had to let go of some friends because they started doing some weird stuff. Okay, like I've had some homies where I'm like, listen, like this is like the 18th time you've gotten like blackout drunk and like caused a fight in like 3 days. We need to separate. Like you can't sit with us.
Yes.
Like, just yo.
I want to say about these losers in the van though, that like Nazis back in the day, their uniforms were done by Hugo Boss.
Yo.
Okay, with the skull on the hat, like that shit went hard, and these guys are in khakis. I know that like Nazis would never take advice from me, but like save up for some Hugo Boss. If you can get a plane ticket to meet up in Idaho to go start a riot at a gay pride parade, then you can afford a nicer pair of pants. They were wearing khaki caps, such fucking losers. They looked so bad. So just save up your money, Hugo Boss like the old days. And
I cannot with these dudes, man. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to do a quick I came across this story and I just wanted to bring this up. So apparently a woman, Texas woman pleads guilty to smuggling a spider monkey in a beer box. And this is my baby. What is you doing for the week?
Oh my God.
Okay.
No, first of all, with monkeys, I'm already out. I hate them. They will rip your face off.
Yeah,
I'm
they
out.
hate you too.
Right. Like, have we not learned? Like, what happened to that woman who, like, her face got eaten off by a literal monkey? And you were just like, and you're like, no, I'm gonna smuggle. Like, girl, monkeys, they have the hands. Yes, they can actually grip.
They're nuts.
They're literally monkeys.
Yeah. It's like that's the epitome of unhinged and just crazy. How many of these stories do we need to hear before humans as a species just learn not to fuck with animals like that? Because it's like a guy adopts a hippo as a baby and he raises it and it's his friend, and then one day it kills him. Someone else, they found a baby bear cub and they raised it and it was his friend till it grew up and it killed him.
Yeah.
Baby tiger, baby lion, like they are going to kill you. You can't be friends with a bobcat like that, you know?
Yeah. Right. You
this
can't.
is not. And so she's like, no, but I'll have a spider monkey and our relationship will be different. No, he's going to get big and he's going to kill you.
Right. Thank you.
And you're going to deserve it. I'm going to laugh at you.
Right.
Everyone's going to joke about you.
Girl, I can't stand these folks that like, and it's always just some random psycho person that's just like, I'm just going to just tame a wild beast.
Yeah, like, you're not special, okay? You're not. No.
Girl. Okay. Well, let me just do the quick highlights. So Savannah Nicole Valdez she's 20 years old and she was arrested.
The whole life away for a spider monkey.
Listen.
20 years old.
Girl.
Bitch.
I cannot believe this. And she was trying to like get through immigration on November 2nd, trying to sneak through. They said she's going to be sentenced in January, faces up to 20 years in prison at a $250,000 fine. I'm not gonna pray. First of all, I'm gonna pay that fine if I'm in prison. But anyway, I just want to say, like, baby, what is you doing? What? And this is my message to all folks. Please leave these animals alone. They do not rock with you.
No,
girl, I'm so high. I thought you was doing a queen for the day, and then halfway through, I was like, Chelsea's high as fuck.
You deserve
it.
Fuck the government telling you what animals you can own. Get you a spider monkey.
Oh, you go, girl. You smuggle that monkey.
I was like, whoa.
Black Queen slay.
Yes, baby, what is you doing?
So, baby, what is you doing?
That was a good one.
Yeah. I saw that and I had to share that real quick. All right, before we go, y'all, really quick, y'all got any quick little Thanksgiving plans? So, this is Thanksgiving week. So, y'all got anything popping off? Are y'all traveling, staying in town?
I'm gonna try to bake an apple blackberry pie.
Ooh, girl, that sounds good. The black and the berry. Bree, what about you? Any Thanksgiving plans?
No.
Okay, none we can say on air.
Nothing
we can say. Silent plans. Well, I will be making a gluten-free, dairy-free mac and cheese with seafood in it.
Oh,
and
shit.
I will go to whoever's house that will have me. So hit me up.
Okay. Make some space.
Yo, okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for our last episode for the holiday. Like, no, this isn't the end, y'all. We just get started.
We got canceled.
But yeah, right. But this has been Queens Boulevard. Thank you so much for joining us. So we'll see you guys next time.